Welcome back to the Dark Cosmic Universe. My name is Avian Savage. Welcoming back all my cosmic followers here for a Saturday morning cartoon video. Well, at least it feels like it. Stay with me. Hang with me. You'll see where I'm going with this. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to the channel. We talk about action figures. We talk about playsets. We talk about vehicles. We talk about Pokemon cards. We talk about all cool cosmic collectibles that are out there in the Dark Cosmic Universe. If you are new to the channel, please check out the links in the description. I have an eBay store where I sell vintage and retro t-shirts. I also sell paperback books. When I make a sale, I bring that money back here to the Dark Cosmic Universe to display some really cool cosmic collectibles just like this. If you are new to the channel, please activate that bell icon so you get notified when I upload a video on YouTube or a YouTube short. This always helps the channel. Leaving comments always helps the channel. Sharing the videos, remixing the videos, remastering the videos, reinvigorating the videos, reimagining what the Dark Cosmic Universe will be in your life when you send those images on the internet, on your favorite socials. And I'd love to hear and see what you do while you are creating such awesome stuff. All right, let's get back to what we've got going on over here. Finally, in the collection, it feels like Spider-Man and his amazing friends. So we've got Spider-Man over here, who I've done a review on. New in the collection, Firestar, Angela Jones, and Iceman, Bobby Drake. They are here now, part of the Dark Cosmic Universe. If you are curious with the scale size, now most of the figures that I do here in the Tubosphere for a review are 1/18 scale. So they are approximately like 3 3/4 under 4 inches. Like Spider-Man's about 4 inches. Good old Firestar is under 4 inches. I know that Iceman is definitely over 4 inches. He's about almost 4.5 inches. But definitely they all fit into a perfect scale here in the Dark Cosmic Universe. And we'll take a look at some of the figures that are in here. All right, let's get to it. So if you are a comic book collector, if you watch comic book cartoons, if you love comic books in general, or you like watching action movies, you're probably familiar with who Spider-Man is. So here we go in the collection. This is from the Epic line. A very cool Spider-Man figure indeed. He's got his left hand ready to shoot some web shooters. He's ready to battle the evil forces of all those villains out there, or at least lend a hand. Pretty cool. Again, you probably know who Spider-Man is, but they had this really cool cartoon way back in the 80s. It was called Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Yours truly would watch episode after episode and try to figure out where the connection is with the comic books when they had this cartoon. Let's take a look at some of the figures here. So here is there's Firestar from the Kenner collection here, the Marvel Legends collection. And again, very, very cool. A simple repaint, a new head swap from Kenner when they had these, and instant Firestar figure. It looks really cool. Now, these figures here do have lots of articulation. So we have articulation in the forearms over here. We've got some articulation where the muscles back here on the leg go. We've got articulation in the hips. So legs move up and down, arms move up and down, head moves side to side. I'm not going to do that. But again, lots of articulation. So Firestar can be posed with the other figures and in different varying poses. I didn't think about the word there. But again, what a cool looking figure. I know I passed on the Marvel Legends line years ago, and I'm like regretting it, but because yours truly wasn't into that at the time because I had the 5-inch Toy Biz figures. But this one looks really, really cool. Definitely looks just like Firestar. And I remember Firestar, and I was just like, oh my gosh. When I saw her next to Spider-Man, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. We're going to be removing the cosmic stage in a few minutes. I'm going to put Firestar back here. We'll take a look at them closer. But here is the Iceman figure, so Bobby Drake. The X-Men Iceman figure. Lots of articulation, as you can tell. He's got that abdominal crunch over here. We've got some elbow. Boy, if I know my anatomy here. We've got some feet articulation going on. We've got the double knee joints in the legs. We've got some hip articulation as well. In the arms, in the hands, the wrists, wrist articulation, elbow articulation. We've got his muscles all over. Again, we got the shoulders, we got the biceps, we got the triceps going on. He has definitely been working out. What a cool looking figure. I love this one. Now again, this looks very close to how he looked in the cartoon. Not 100% accuracy with this, but again, close enough to call him Bobby Drake that would fit in with this. And I wound up finding this figure loose, and I had seen it on the shelves, and I'm like, ooh. I'm like, that's Iceman. I was like, you know, kind of like, I remember Iceman in Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. We'll talk about that in a minute. So yours truly did watch a lot of cartoons when I was a kid. And I was definitely highly influenced, kind of with the dark stage over here, cosmic stage over here. I was definitely influenced by reading comic books. That was one of the things that got me to read. I'm like, you could see the pictures. I wanted to know what was going on. And that's what encouraged me to do a lot of reading. And I did. I read. I loved comic books. Comic books took you to a different place, to a different universe, good versus evil, even just the great adventures that they had. The storytelling was amazing. The writing was amazing. The illustrations were out of this world. Again, and each page, as you would go through the adventure, it would just pop out and you'd be like, oh my gosh. And then it was to be continued with the next comic book. Way back when, I did not get graphic novels. So again, that was not part of my childhood. I don't think graphic novels, they might have been there, but the collections, it was just comic books. You'd go to the comic book store and you would read up, and there'd be these great lines. It'd be great storylines, great story development with characters. And to enhance that, cartoons, Saturday mornings. And again, there are a lot of kids out here that are going to totally miss out. You had to wait until your favorite program showed up, and it was possible that 2 or 3 of your cartoons that you wanted to see were all going on simultaneously. So like, oh my gosh, like which one would you devote your life to at that moment? It's like ABC, NBC, CBS, and there were probably some other places that had cartoons on, but those were the big 3 way back when. And each fall they would generate lots of videos, and they would generate lots of money for advertisements because they knew that kids were there Saturday mornings being entertained. So those commercials were a high part of making some serious cash for lots of businesses out there, and they knew it too. But again, Saturday mornings, your favorite sugary cereal, you'd sit in front of the television, whoever was at home, mom or dad or your family. Yeah, no, you'd have to fight over the television because your family had maybe one television. Today they have multiple ones, but you know, I mean, that was just way back when. But every moment you had as a child, you sucked it in, you absorbed it, and you were like, all right, after the cartoon's done, I'm going to bust out my figures, and I'm going to start playing with them and having a great adventure. Or you would be tugging at someone's pant leg. Can you take me to the store? I want to see if they have such and such an action figure. Yep, you guys know what I'm talking about. you would beg, beg, beg to get a certain action figure, and if it wasn't made, you'd have to wait. Anyway, so let's take a look at some of the figures here. As I go and look at some of the figures that are here, you'd have like characters teased. Like I remember Dr. Doom being teased in that show. And then of course, when you'd watch the show, there'd be some adventure, but then you got Peter Parker, you got Angela, you got Bobby Drake. They'd all be hanging out in an apartment, and it was like college life for them. And I'm like, I didn't get it. I wanted to see action. I wanted to see superheroes. So you might see a cameo. We got to move this guy over here. You might see a cameo of Captain America, maybe. Maybe Thor might come in and wield Mjolnir and just do a brief cameo. You might see the Green Goblin. Maybe Dr. Doom. Hulk might come over. Now, this one I think is really cool. This is a really cool Hulk figure. I think it was from the McDonald's line. Again, definitely fits in with this whole Hulk thing. And I'm like, when I got this one, I'm like, yeah, it's pretty cool. He's scuffed up, but that's okay. Or maybe Sandman, Kraven, Doc Ock, Electro. You'd have Rhino. Maybe you would have the Birdman himself, Vulture. How about an appearance from Iron Man, which was kind of cool. You get a little short, stocky Wolverine coming in, and they would kind of talk about the X-Men. Maybe they would talk about Professor Xavier. Maybe he'd even mention about Cyclops. You're like, whoa, Cyclops, who's that? And then what would you do? You'd go to the store, you go, and you'd find your comic books. And like, oh my gosh, X-Men, this is what Spider-Man was talking about, or Wolverine was talking about. He was talking about this character, Cyclops. And you'd read these things. And again, the greatest adventures in my childhood definitely came from cartoons, came from reading comic books, came from collecting really cool action figures. And now as I'm older, 4 going on 5, 5 going on 6, whichever I'm feeling during the day, I get to relive some of that childhood nostalgia, because nostalgia sells, my friends, let me tell you, and have them all together. Anyway, so here we go. So we have Thor, Spider-Man, we've got Firestar, there's Iceman, Wolverine, we've got Iron Man, we've got Vulture, we've got Rhino, Electro, Doc Ock, Dr. Octopus, if you want to say it, Dr. Doom, we've got the Green Goblin, there's Hulk, we've got Kraven the Hunter, Sandman, Captain America, and of course our favorite, Seashell, the Dark Cosmic Kitty herself. Anyway, I hope this brought back some nostalgia for you. Hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Yours truly did take a little time off because just like everyone else, I need to recharge the batteries. I need to figure out where the channel is going with the, with the episodes. And I take time, to do that. But I also take time out to actually go to physical stores, or, I do order online. Yeah, I'm guilty of it. Guilty as charged. But, I love going out to the physical stores, the brick and mortar stores, and seeing if there are any action figures. So yours truly, I go to the, I hang out when I can, or when I take a trip. I go to the Toy Vault, check it out, And I've definitely talked about the Toy Vault on here. And my friends, I saw them the other day. I wound up recycling some of that money. And again, if you're not familiar with the Toy Vaults, these are my friends over at the Toy Vault. Go check them out. Not endorsed by them. Just letting them get some more business, because the more they stay in business, the more yours truly can purchase more stuff. So again, pause the video when you need to. Amazing individuals. They are knowledgeable about action figures, which is really cool. Sometimes they are. Sometimes they're like, yeah, okay, But most of them, yeah. Mostly the people who are there, they're great, great salespeople. And, I love the staff there, so they're really awesome. And again, when there's something cool there and when I find stuff, I definitely bring it back here. So yours truly did buy some stuff, and that was what I found. Iceman, which was really, really cool. Firestar, I wound up getting loose on card. Oh, no, I'm sorry, loose, not on card. It was an eBay purchase, so I was like, I don't have her, but now I do, which is really awesome. So again, thank you guys for checking out the channel. So appreciate it. It is good to be back. Again, yours truly had to recharge the batteries, and that's what we do here in the Dark Cosmic Universe. Saying hello to all my Dark Cosmic family out there. If you are subscribed to the Dark Cosmic family, if you're subscribed to the channel here, you're definitely part of the Dark Cosmic Universe. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button here. And we are getting close to 1,800 subscribers, which is awesome. Love to see 2K. We all love 2K. Like to go 20K, 100K. We'll see what happens. We're going to try to boost up some of the video because yours truly is getting close to that 3,000 viewed hours mark. And we're just trying to get that section so we can get up, and then we can get even more recognition here in the YouTubeosphere. Anyway, to my Dark Cosmic family out there, if you are subscribed to the Dark Cosmic Universe, you are my Cosmic Cosmonauts, Cosmic Comrades, my insane toy collectors, my Dark Cosmic Pokemon collectors as well, and my Dark Cosmic collectors out there in the Dark Cosmic Universe. Thank you guys so much for checking out the channel. I so appreciate it. Thank you for watching the YouTube shorts, because you know what? There's Halloween stuff coming up. There are new toys that are on the horizon. So don't you dare miss one of these episodes. Make sure you are notified and you do activate that bell icon so you get notified when I have new stuff. Again, Halloween stuff is coming up. Yours truly loves Halloween, and the displays are out there, and I am out there recording videos for everyone out there in the YouTubeosphere to watch. Anyway, my name is Avian Savage. This is the Dark Cosmic Universe. Thank you for checking out the channel. What do I say? Say it loud and proud, my friends. From one side of the galaxy to the other, and somewhere in between, there is the Dark Cosmic Universe. Thank you guys for checking out the channel. Don't forget, Avian Savage, that's the name you want to give your friends. And you're like, hey, this guy's got some cool videos. He's got some really cool action figures that he displays here on the YouTubeosphere. And he also has a cool kitty. Where is she? Where is the seashell? There she is. That's right. Anyway, thank you guys again. I cannot do it without each and every one of you watching the videos, sharing the videos, yada, 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 all that fun stuff. Stay cosmically insane, my friends. Keep collecting all those action figures. Come back here to the Dark Cosmic Universe, better known as the YouTubeosphere or YouTube. And we will definitely see you again for another cosmic episode. Thank you again, and we will see you cosmically soon. Stay cosmically insane, my friends.